Hey guys, Fan220 here, and today we talk City of Evil by Avenged Sevenfold, their third album, of course. Now, I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this album. Of course, again produced by Mud Rock with Avenged Sevenfold. This time it's more of a step up. I think their songwriting has improved a lot. But now the musical style I want to talk about is the main obvious thing. Like we know, the first two albums they were all metalcore, right? But for this album, they changed their style. They sort of wanted to go for more of an old traditional metal rock style. And the biggest thing is the vocals. They just didn't want to scream anymore. I remember even things Zach B said in an interview that when they were doing Waking the Fallen, they weren't really listening to metalcore anymore. And by this album, they wanted to sort of change, move on with the vocals, which I think turned off a lot of fans. However, this album also made a big change for them. It sort of gave them more into the mainstream success. Of course, yeah. This album was released, I believe, 2005. The production on it, production-wise, sounds good. Now the album artwork's pretty good. I do like to say with Eddie, the Death Bat riding on a horse through the City of Evil. Well, I think it's a good one. I just need to look up something I know it's poor, but okay. But yeah, this was the first label. For this album onwards, they were signed to Warner Brother Records, of course. Now let's talk about the album, of course. Well, the first song in the album is called Beast and the Harlot. But the song is about the fall of Babylon to the Book of Revelation, in which many quotes are taken like 7 heads beast, 10 horns raised above their head, and hatred stops her and leaves her naked. Hatred should, yeah. And the video for it's very interesting. Like I think it represents like if you take someone's soul, they turn all black. Like in the video, it's a pretty good song. It's very heavy and sort of old, fast solos. Of course, then we get to the next song called "Burn It Down." Very heavy, fast. Starts off very fast, just in your face. Then we get to the next song called "Blinded in Chains." Very fast, another fast song. Then this is also point out where Johnny Christ is the bass player. I also forgot to mention in the Waking the Fallen review that he also joined during the album. That was the first album he did with them. This is actually the second album to have Johnny Christ. And for this album, he did the first thing, a bass solo, which on this album you can actually hear the bass more. Where also on Waking the Fallen you can barely hear it, or I think you can't even hear it. So yeah, it's a good song. Then we get to an interesting song called Backcountry, and the reason I say it's interesting is because this is the first song. That's the very first song I ever heard from this band, and this is what pretty much got me into them. It was around 2006 where I first heard Backcountry, and it just sounds amazing. Yeah. Then we get to the next song called Trashed and Scattered. Very fast and heavy, and brutal. It's very good. Then the album sort of slows down a little bit with a ballad, their very first ballad called "Seize the Day." It's a very good song. It feels, and the music video feels like a movie where M Shadows sort of hang out with his friends, but they wanted to do a robbery, but then but M Shadows didn't want to do it, but then he ends up getting talked into it. But yeah. Yeah, but then you get the rest of it. It feels like a movie almost, but it's a good song, by the way. And we get to the next song called Sidewinder, which is okay. Next song is called The Wicked End. It's pretty good song. Okay. Next song is called Strength of the World. Very interesting. Has some sort of gang vocals, I think. Then we get to next song is called Betrayed, which is okay. Then we get to the last song on the album is called MIA, which stands for Missing in Action. Starts off very slow, then it gets to the heavier part, fast and just in your face, just melodic and fast. that sort of slows down near the end. Now, for their third album, they did pretty good for this album. Now, it's a very good album, I have to say. Now, let's go and get this album, and I know you're probably going to think I'm being biased, but it's pretty much too good. Good, but I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I certainly liked it when it came out at the time because they were all metalcore, but then they came out with this. It's okay. That's what I'm going to give City of Evil. I'm going to give City of Evil by Avenged Sevenfold a 10 out of 10. Later.